So I'm doing a show. Doing two shows, actually. First show, great. Packed house, not an empty seat. Great audience, standing ovation. Second show, one guy in the audience. What do? The show must go on. So I look at him, all right, I'm going to do the entire show just for you. And he goes, well, can you hurry up? Because I'm just here to lock up. We've all heard it, right? The show must go on. Well, we're in a very unique business. We are our product. If we're not out there giving the keynote, if we're not there doing the training, if we're not giving the webinar, we don't get paid. To misquote a great classic American film, Three Amigos, no show, no dough. Now, the normal people out there that have real jobs and don't use near as much air quotes as we do, they get the advantage. I'll wait for it. They get the advantage of having sick days. Days you want to take off. I don't feel like going into work. As speakers, we can't do that. I mean, we can, we just won't work that much, will we? So what do? What do you do when you're sick? You got to give that big keynote the next day, but you are sick. Self-medicate and caffeine. That'll get you through so many things. Years ago, I was on board a cruise ship. I did two shows. Sick as a dog. I was on 3 different cold medications, had about 7 glasses of iced tea before the show. I got through that first show somehow. And then that second show, boom, everything kicked in. I did the best show I had ever done. Got my very first standing ovation. And I got to tell you, that changed my pre-show ritual. Yeah, now it's 2 shots of espresso and Theraflu. So, as performers and speakers, we have this hidden reserve of energy that we can tap into that most people don't know about. You've probably been there, right? Maybe you've been sick before it hurts to tie my shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Moore. All right, it's showtime. Let's get this party started. And you step off on stage and you're like, just shoot me now. Give me a body bag. You still got the check, right? Yeah. All right, good. We can use that. Now, what about a different situation? You're set to do the keynote, and some tragic event has happened. There's a terror attack, or some bad news at the company. This actually happened to a comedian friend of mine. The CEO gets up there, says, well, due to budget cuts, we're not going to be giving out any Christmas bonuses. Oh. Now, here's the comedian! Well, what do? Well, in that situation, particularly in that situation, in all situations, it's not about you, it's about them. But in that particular situation, it's about that hour, that time that you have. You may have something that's going to change their lives, change their businesses, but for that 1 hour, your job is to take them out of their reality, to take them away from their pain, their worries, their troubles, to entertain, inform, whatever you got to do, but just get them out of that mode and into a happy place. The show must go on. Now, what if something has happened to you? You're going to hit the stage and you get informed about a family member that's passed away suddenly. What do? The show must go on. And in that situation, this is where knowing your content comes in handy. You have to know it backwards and forwards, up and down, inside and out, upside down and upright, any way that you have to get through your material. You have to know it so that muscle memory kicks in. You can get through that, because in that situation, it's not about them. It's about you. You need that hour to get through this pain that you have. You need to be in that moment, doing what you were born to do. Now, maybe all of these situations have happened. Maybe none of these things have happened to you, but they probably will. And as Andy mentioned, I've done a whole lot of shows all over the world. And I got to tell you, coming from a man who's done over 6,000 shows, and who, in my lifetime, have set myself on fire twice on stage, no matter what happens, the show must go on. Thank you.